we bring down the first coefficient, which is 3, and multiply it by -2, the answer is -6. Adding these two, 0 plus -6, will give us -6. Good day, learners. Today, I'm going to discuss the remainder theorem. The remainder theorem states that if a polynomial p of x is divided by x minus c, where c is a real number, then the remainder is p of c. Now, let us prove this by reviewing the division algorithm for polynomials. P of x is equal to d of x times q of x plus r of x. That is according to division algorithm for polynomials. P of x and d of x are polynomials, where q of x is the quotient and r of x is the remainder. So, based on that, here's the proof of the remainder theorem. If the divisor d of x is of the form x minus c, then p of x is equal to the quantity x minus c times the quotient, which is q of x plus r, which is the remainder. So evaluating p of c, this will become the quantity c minus c times q minus c plus r. But c minus c is equal to 0. So this will give us p of c equals 0 times q of c plus r. But 0 times q of c is 0. Therefore, this will become p of c is equal to r. Hence, the remainder r is equal to p of c. Now, let's have examples. Let's take example 1. Apply the remainder theorem to find the remainder. The quantity x cubed minus 3x squared plus x plus 4 divided by the quantity x minus 2. So we have the solution. Let p of x be equal to x cubed minus 3x squared plus x plus 4. And our divisor x minus c is equal to x minus 2. Then c is equal to 2. So we have, according to remainder theorem, p of c is equal to r, which is the remainder. Evaluating p of 2, this will give us 2 cubed minus 3 times 2 squared plus 2 plus 4. So where 2 cubed is equal to 8 minus 3 times 2 squared, which is 4, plus 2 plus 4. So simplifying this further, we have 8 minus 3 times 4, which is 12, plus 2 plus 4. So 8 minus 12 is -4, plus 2 and plus 4. This will give us 2. And therefore, the remainder is 2. Now, we can verify if the remainder is correct using the synthetic division. So let us divide this synthetically. According to remainder theorem, the remainder is 2. Now, let's see if we use synthetic division, if we will get the same remainder. So we have this. We all know that on the upper left corner, we write the value of c, and aligned with this, we write the numerical coefficient of the dividend. 1 stands for the numerical coefficient of x cubed. So -3 is the numerical coefficient of the second term, which is -3x squared, and 1 is the numerical coefficient of x. 4 is the constant term. So in dividing polynomial synthetically, we first bring down the first numerical coefficient, and that is 1. Then multiply it to 2, that will give us 2. And add this -3 plus 2, that will give us -1. Then multiply -1 to 2 will give us -2. So -2 plus 1 is -1, and -1 times 2 is -2. Adding 4 and -2 will give us 2. So we all know that the last number on the last row in synthetic division represents the remainder. So the remainder is 2. Now, let's go to the next example. Use remainder theorem to find the remainder when 3x to the fifth minus 3x cubed plus 57 is divided by x plus 2. Okay, let's have the solution. Let p of x be equal to 3x to the fifth minus 5x cubed plus 57. Our divisor is x minus c. So, c is equal to negative 2. And since, again, the remainder r is equal to p of c, then, and if c is equal to negative 2, the remainder is p of negative 2. Now, evaluating p of negative 2, this is 3 times the quantity, negative 2 to the fifth, minus 5 times negative 2 cubed plus 57. So, negative 2 to the fifth is negative 32, and negative 2 cubed is negative 8. So, evaluating this further, we have 3 times negative 32, that is negative 96. Negative 5 times negative 8, that's positive 40, and then plus 57. We have negative 96 plus 40, that is negative 56, and added to 57 will give us 1. Therefore, the remainder is 1. Now, let us verify again if the remainder is correct using synthetic division. So, again, according to remainder theorem, the remainder is negative. The remainder is 1, rather. Now, let's see using synthetic division. So, as you can see here, we have negative 2 is the value of our c. And then aligned with this is the numerical coefficient of the dividend from the highest exponent down to 0. So we have 3 here represents the numerical coefficient of 3x to the fifth. Since we don't have quartic term, that means the numerical coefficient of the quartic term is 0. Negative 5 is the numerical coefficient of the cubic term, which is negative 5x cubed. And since we don't have quadratic term, that means the numerical coefficient is also 0. And the linear term has a numerical coefficient of 0 also, because we don't have a linear term. We have the constant term, which is 57. So if we bring down the first coefficient, which is 3, and multiply it by negative 2, the answer is negative 6. Adding these two, 0 plus negative 6, will give us negative 6. And negative 6 times negative 2, this is positive 12. Now, 12 plus negative 5 here, we have 7. 7 times negative 2, that's negative 14. Added to 0 will give us negative 14. Negative 14 times negative 2 is positive 28. And when we add 0 to that, we have 28. Now, 28 times negative 2 is negative 56. And negative 56 added to 57, that is positive 1. Again, the last number on the third column of synthetic division is the remainder. And therefore, the remainder is 1. Thank you, and hope to see you on my next video.